I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
What's up, kids? Welcome back. Oops, the podcast. Happy 2025. Gallerati, Lynch, we in here. We're doing it.
We're a quarter of the way through the 2000s.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like the 22nd century?
It's the 25th anniversary.
21st century.
It's the 25th anniversary of our century being a century.
Interesting. I like that at Lynch.
Eh,
You don't like it?
it's whatever. Let's just go on with the show.
I've always found that the century thing is confusing, even though I just, as you heard me just fuck it up. But it's like you say the first two numbers of the century that's up and coming, which makes sense. You're within the 21st century. I just still find it to be slightly confusing.
You know what I find confusing? Vic and I we bicker over this a lot. So I was born in 96 and it's 2025. My birthday's in March, so I'm 28 years old. But technically, I've been alive in 29 different years.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Interesting.
So I'll always clarify. I'll be like, I'm 28, or I'll always clarify to her, like, technically, I'm in my 29th year, but I'm not 28 yet.
Right. It makes sense. It's confusing, but it's because, the calendar year versus the 12-month revolving year.
Yeah.
Is in Korea, you are 1 when you're born.
Yeah. I remember when we learned that with Wonton Don.
Maybe, but this kid Jamie Chung, I used to give tennis lessons to. I was like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 10 here, but I'm 11 in Korea. I was like, what? I was like, how does that work? He goes, I don't really know, to be honest. And then I was thinking maybe it was his birthday that day. We talked about this, I think. But like maybe it was his birthday that day, and therefore it was the next day, or the birthday the next day, and therefore it was his birthday in Korea, which meant he was that age. But no, it just turns out when you're born, you're 1. So it's kind of sick.
It's kind of sick.
Dude, so speaking of blasts from the past, not that we are doing that, I got a very funny request in the DMs from a person I think who listens to the pod. Anyway, he mentioned that his cousin, or actually his brother is this guy I played tennis with growing up. So this kid was we would train together. He was very good. And we played each other in the semifinals of the state tournament my senior year in high school. Now, this match for me was all gravy because my goal when I entered freshman year of high school was to make the all-state team. And then my name would be on the banner in the high school gym. And I was really looking forward to that. And that's what I wanted so badly. So each year, I would get close, but I couldn't quite break through. I'd play somebody who was too good or something. So finally, it's my senior year. I'm the number 4 seed. If things all work out, I should make it to the semifinals and I should be able to get this all-state thing. So I play this kid in the quarters who's pretty good, but I should win. And I was choking a bit, but I ended up winning. He ended up kind of giving it away to me. So now I'm in the semifinals. So now it's all gravy. I'm going to get all-state no matter what. I don't expect to win the state title, but I just want to make it to the semis. So now I'm in the semis and I'm playing against this guy, Steve Zakarzuski. Zakarzuski. I might be saying it wrong, but it's Z. I don't need to spell for you, but Zakarzuski. Anyway, he's the number 2 seed. I'm the number 4 seed. He's always been a little better than me. He's ranked higher than me in the sort of regional USTA rankings. He's always just been a little bit better than me. He's just solid, guy who doesn't miss shots. There's no reason that I should be beating him. Anyway, the stars sort of aligned for me in this time of the year where I was making my shots. I was in a little bit better shape than normal. I was making my shots and I beat him. 6'4", 6'2", might have been 6'2", 6'4", I forget. Let's look on the t-shirt. Anyway, this dude made a t-shirt of this. Look at this. It's some prank, I guess, to his brother. And then on the back, it literally has my picture saying that I'm greater than this guy.
Dude, if I saw a greater than sign with someone else over me that beat me, I'd probably break down. That's a fun gift.
This is fun. This guy, Aaron, in the other match, actually, these guys were both sort of rivals of mine too. This guy, Aaron Rybczynski, he was actually in my division. And then Doug Bracken, who I lost to in the finals, beat me a bunch of times in UFC. I never beat him, but I won a set off him in that final, but I still lost. But anyway, hilarious.
Some fun flair.
Hilarious, fun thing, and funny to kind of relive this thing that I doubt either of us care about much anymore. But it was fun to be out there, fun to play, and I'm sure this guy's going to see this. I wonder if he's going to think it's funny or just think it's weird, but either way, what up, Steve? Hope you're doing well.
I hope he just thinks something. The worst thing that he could think is like, oh, okay.
He might think it's weird.
Yeah.
And it's also like there is something about it that's like, maybe they're just like ball busters, these two guys. You know what I mean?
Hopefully.
There's something like mean-spirited about it, potentially.
Yeah.
like this guy seems like a perfectly cool dude. I'm sure it's not like that, but it's pretty funny.
It is pretty cute.
So anyway.
Can I tell you about Vic is on my list right now.
Really? What you
Yeah. She was a coward last night.
do? Oh, damn.
Some coward behavior from my partner last night. And I called her out on it because I was like, I don't really call her out on stuff because she's pretty great. She's pretty perfect. I'm the one that gets called out on. I thought she pulled some coward pussy shit last night. So we're eating dinner and we have the Theo Von podcast on in the background and Chalamet's on. So he's doing an interview, promoting the new Walk the Line movie. And in reference, or just throughout the conversation, he mentions Beautiful Boy. Have you seen that movie? Is
it one with Armie Hammer?
Steve Carell.
Oh, I haven't
Steve
seen it. I heard it's
Carell,
good.
Timothy Chalamet. They were talking about drug abuse, and Theo asked him a question about that, and Victoria's like, "Ooh, what's that movie?" And I told her, I was like, "It's a really sad movie. I've been putting it off. I've heard it's great. I love Steve Carell. I love Timothy Chalamet. I'm not in the mood to watch a movie like that because I know it's heavy." And she's like, "Oh, we should watch it," because Vic's fascinated by like drug and substance related films and shows. She loved Dope Sick.
Requiem for a Dream?
She hasn't seen that one. After I tell you what I'm going to tell you, I don't know if she has the stomach for it. But she's just fascinated by it, and she's always curious, and she loves those stories. And I was like, "Are you sure you want to watch it?" And then she was like, "I do." And I was like, "I don't, so we're not." And then she was like, please, can we watch Beautiful Boy? And I was like, fine, we can watch it. So we're watching it last night, and without spoiling anything, the way the scenes are set up, it's like something positive happens, something bad happens, something positive happens, something bad happens. And it's over the course of this kid's recovery from substance abuse. And it's like one step forward, two steps back. Just when you think things are getting better, it gets twice as bad. Then better, four times as bad. It gets worse and worse. And Victoria is just glassy-eyed, tearing up the entire time. And she says to me, "Ryan, can we stop watching?" And I said, "No, you wanted to watch this movie, and it would be disrespectful to not see the story play out exactly as it's intended." And she's like, "But you've heard about this movie, so there's a happy ending, right?" And I was like, "I don't know if there's a happy ending or not. So we're gonna have to find out. We have to watch the movie to find out." And she's like, "I can't do this. I can't do this." And we got to a scene where it was one of those one step forwards, and she's like, "Can we pause it here?" And I'm just not going to finish it, and then that'll be my experience watching the movie. And that's when I called her a coward. And I said, "No, you can do that, but you're a coward if you do that. If you want to watch a movie and you're afraid to see how it ends, like, you shouldn't have started watching the movie. That's not how a movie's intended to be watched. You don't turn a song off before the bridge. Like, you need to see it through." And so she said she couldn't do it. And I didn't get to finish it last night, so I'm going to finish that tonight and see what happens.
I didn't expect you to be so angry at her for this, Lynch.
It was some principle thing of just like, she was fighting to watch it. I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I don't want to watch this. And now I'm invested. I'm so invested, and I'm glossy-eyed. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fucking heavy shit. But we need to see what happens. Like, what do you mean we just bail on this? You can't get off a roller coaster. So it bothered me a little bit, and things don't bother me that much. So she was like, "I'm sorry."
Oh, you were annoyed?
I was a little annoyed last night. She was like, "Can we watch Shrinking?" I was like, "Yeah, we can watch Shrinking."
Sure.
You know what? Shrinking kind of has some sad parts in the new season too.
Oh, it's a show?
Yeah. Jason Segel, Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched
It's great.
It's good.
Yeah, there's like no bound. If you do watch it, just let me know if you've thought about the lack of boundaries in that show. Everyone's friends, everyone's together. There's so many different age groups and demographics and ethnicities, and it's great and so positive, but that doesn't happen. So good show. Not happy with Vic right now. Like, what do you think about that?
Hill Dog would 100% bail on something, but she would never like force me to watch anything either. So it's like, I don't see us getting in that situation, but she has had many times where she's like, I can't watch this.
Like in the middle of it?
Yeah. But like, it's not the same. It makes it worse. You know, yeah, I don't like really even relate to this situation because I would just never be in it, because if she's like, can we please watch this? And I'm like, no. And she's like, come on, please. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then I really like it. And then she forces us to stop in the middle. Yeah, I'd be annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. It really didn't bother me that much, but I wanted her to know. I was like, that's not cool.
Why didn't you finish it last night?
Because we put Shrinking on, and then
So you continued watching together.
we continued. We were on the couch like mid cud.
Got it.
So we finished that, and then I was too tired to finish the movie.
Nice.
Still have 45 minutes left. It's great. It's heavy. So Chalamet's a great actor.
He is good.
I know Hill Dog likes Timmy, right?
It's not as much. She's like moved on to like other celebrity crushes.
More anemic actors.
No, actually, like kind of the opposite type in a way, which we don't have to get into. But I will say Timothy Chalamet has been doing a pretty good job at being culturally relevant.
Yeah.
His like college football stuff is pretty funny. I can't tell if he's like reading off the thing or if he actually knows that much about college football.
I think so.
You think he actually does?
I think he's like a normal dude.
Totally.
He can compartmentalize the fame and the practice of acting and just be a dude.
He does seem cool, right?
Yeah. He just finished wrapping up filming the new Safdie Brothers movie.
That's cool.
About ping pong.
Cool.
Tyler, the creator's in it.
Cool.
It's gonna be a headache. I love it.
Does he still date Kylie Jenner?
I don't know.
I know he had. That was like a surprising, but like in a cool way. I was like, oh, that's cool that like he would date her.
It is
I didn't
cool.
see that. Yeah, he seems like a bro for sure. Shout out to Timothy Chalamet, who I do not know, by the way. But you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Saw him at Tompkins Square Bagels one time.
It says that they are still going strong as of
Oh, wow.
October.
Look at that.
Who knows?
Very cool.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys that's like super skinny, but he like looks good and healthy. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Is it making you change course a bit, Lynch, on your fitness journey?
On my fitness journey?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No. Okay.
But good for him. He's got great build.
It is a good look. That look too is like the only problem with that look. As you start to get older, that look doesn't look as good.
What, the emaciated?
The like skinny boy thing, like you just because like your nose and your ears keep getting bigger, and then you just kind of start looking like sick.
Yeah.
So like when I'd say around my age, like that look is probably out for me, but like that's fine. I don't care. But like I still think like the slender look is still a good one. But really skinny is like tougher to pull off as you get older.
Yeah, that ghostly, ghouly skin complexion that he has, he says he attributes to not having recess when he was going to school. They didn't have recess. He did not go outside. He never got sun until he was done with the school day. And so he thinks that contributed to his lack of pigment.
Hilarious. I'm not sure that that's how that works, Timothy. All right, Lynch, right now I am in the middle of the Prolon 5-day fasting program. It's a fasting mimicking diet that is basically supposed to give your body all of the benefits that you would kind of get from a traditional fast, but in a way, in my opinion, that is just far more tolerable and much more easy to execute. So basically, like you have 5 days completely mapped out. It arrives in a box, which is very easy to kind of put anywhere. It's not too big of a box, but you'd be amazed at how well they've compartmentalized it. And they've broken it down into exactly what you're going to eat for the next 5 days. It's a variety of like soups, shakes, snacks. And you know, I'm in the middle of the second day of it, and I got to say, I'm not feeling hangry at all. We'll see how things progress as it moves on. But I think this is like a great way to kick off the new year. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm feeling really excited about it. I already, hopped on the scale this morning, noticed a couple pounds were down, getting rid of some of that water weight. And, it's just being able to sort of participate in something like this makes me feel really good about being in control of my life and all the stuff that I'm doing. So I don't know. I feel hopeful. There's also really cool things that they offer. There's like a coach-led fasts, like with expert support. So you can kind of like register when you're going to start the fast, and you can kind of go and discuss basically with a coach and in a group about what's going on. And there's just like a whole kind of community connection that you can tap into while you're doing this, which I think is like pretty helpful. It's nice to like have partners in crime, so to speak.
The accountability factor is nice.
Totally. But so far I'm feeling really good about it. And I'm enjoying it. So hopefully I'll continue to feel that way. But so far, I definitely highly recommend this program.
Well, guess what, guys? Ready to make 2025 your healthiest year yet? Order your Prolon 5-day kit at prolonlife.com/oops and join in on their fasting challenge today. New groups start every Sunday in January. Plus, Prolon is offering Oops the Podcast listeners 15% off their 5-day nutrition program for your post-holiday glow-up when you go to prolonlife.com/oops. prolonlife.com/oops.
PROLON life.com/oops. Try it out. I watched a couple good movies recently. What were you going to ask me something?
I was going to say, how are you feeling?
Oh.
Your voice is a little.
Yeah, I'm getting over being sick.
Yeah.
Which I want to talk about more in a second, but it's like the classic sickness that your body gives you when you're like doing too much. You know what I mean? I get that, and I get it all the time. To the point where like Hill Dog will actually sometimes like be mad at me when I get sick. And last night she was like, she was like heading in that direction, and I was like, am I in trouble? Am I in trouble for being sick? And then she realized it was insane, and she's been extremely gentle with me ever since.
Good.
I like being babied when I'm sick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I like being babied in general.
Yeah.
Baby me. Baby. Baby me, baby.
Coddling. Just a little coddling.
I like it. I'm fucking sick, dude. But I'm feeling better. And it was just one of those things where I needed rest. But I want to talk about these first two movies, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
I watched two movies that both take place in the country of Bhutan. And so if you don't know where that is, it's basically like sort of near China to the south, near Nepal, India's to the west. It's just kind of like an innocent, like sweet place. You know what I mean? So there's two movies that I watched to take place there. The first one's about this like city guy who like gets assigned a teaching job in like the most remote area of Bhutan. And it's just like, it's like a little cliche, but it's really cute still. Like he has to like hike to get there, and these guides take him on this like trek for a couple days. They finally get there. He's sort of like the city guy. He's annoyed by this all. There's like no running water. He just wants to listen to his iPod, but it's not like charging. And eventually it turns into this like life-changing experience where he and the kids love each other, and it's beautiful and all this shit. So it's called Lunana of Yak in the Classroom. That's the first movie. The second movie is called A Monk and a Gun. And it's about, I don't know if this is a true story. It must be. It was presented this way, but I guess Bhutan had their first elections in 2006. The king decided that he was going to be like, hey guys, we're going to have elections now. And the people sort of like didn't want them. They're like, we don't care about this. So they had to like teach them how to vote. So they do this like mock election, and it's sort of like an ensemble film where there's like 3 or 4 different storylines that all kind of converge. And this monk is trying to get a gun really badly, and you don't know why. And there's other people who are also trying to get this gun for some reason. And it's just really funny and fun to see the way it all happens. And so on the surface, you know, it sounds not great because the monk doesn't like the fact that he's like, you know, I need to set things right. Like I need a gun. So you're like, what the fuck's this monk going to do? And at one point, like the election committee picks up the other monk that went to get the gun for him, and he has the gun, and he's sitting in the back seat, and they're like, what are you doing with that gun? He's like, oh, I needed to get it for the Lama, which is like the head monk guy. And they're like, why does he need it? And he goes, oh, he says he needs to set things right. They're like, what the fuck? So it's like very funny, very cute. Like if you're into foreign films, I recommend both of those.
Yeah. I'm trying to predict what they do with the gun at the end.
Do you want to?
3 guesses. 1, he shoots 1 bullet into the air and he says like, this isn't right. Or the other guess would be that he buries the gun and says nothing, and it's like he has to set things right with himself. Or 3, he shoots people with it.
It's funny. You're like so close. Like combining a couple of those things would get you very, very close to what actually happened. So no spoilers,
Cool.
But I went down to Florida and we did a shoot. The one that I was kind of talking about to you guys all this time, I went and did it. I think it came out great. I have to start editing soon. But anyway, I plan to make 2 videos out of it. One that sort of centers around the Everglades National Park with some fun sort of like cultural tie-ins, meeting up with people, doing stuff. And then the other one's going to be like, it's like kind of an adventure. Like we went down to the Dry Tortugas National Park, which is 80 miles west of Key West. You can't get there except by ferry or by plane. There weren't really any available spots on either, so we had to kind of figure it out. But we went and we did it. It was cool. So got some great videos coming to your guys' way for sure. And I had planned it out. Now, typically on these kind of shoots, there's only so much you can plan. If you truly plan it out, it turns into a pretty stale thing, I think. And maybe there is a way to do it, but it might not be as fun for me if I don't get to just experience it in real time. So like I'm truly using my brain in a way that I never typically do. Like I'm very focused on trying to make this all work. And what'll kind of tend to happen sometimes is we'll have these early mornings, and I don't want to say late nights, but by the time we get to the hotel, I need to dump all the footage onto drives to make sure that we have it all. We don't want to like lose anything, so that can take a while too. And before you know it, like I'm just not getting enough sleep. So the first night when I was there, it was supposed to be the night where we were going to get there, settle in, get a good night's sleep, and then we would have been good for the whole trip. But then, of course, I get invited to Rolling Loud, and I had to go to that, right? Like, how do you say no to that? I was like, it could be fun to try to film at the concert.
You can't.
I think we got some cool stuff. And, I mean, we didn't get home till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then, we had an 8 a.m. start. Before you know it, you're just screwed. So, and it was like that basically just every single day of the trip. And then by the end, I got sick. Now I'm sick, but I'm getting better.
And you're getting coddled.
I got a good night's sleep last night, and then I even took a nap this morning, a morning nap.
Nice.
So I think I'm better, and I think I'm feeling good. It was just like the body being like, whoa, 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 slow down.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
whoa. But dude, Rolling Loud was sick, man. When's the last time you went to a concert?
Last concert was Drake. Last outside concert, J. Cole.
Okay. I remember when you went to Drake. That wasn't that long ago.
That was last summer.
And then J. Cole must have been way before.
Yeah, it was in 2015.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't concert that much.
Oh, that must have been during the Forest Hills Drive era. That was like...
Yeah. He just did a concert for $1 a ticket at MSG last week.
No way.
Yeah, you had to get tickets in person at some location in New York. $1, 1 ticket per person.
So no bots.
No bots. You had to go in
amazing.
person, 1 ticket per person, and the concert was that day. And it was a surprise MSG show.
Cool.
And it was the 10-year anniversary of 2014
Yeah.
Forest Hills Drive. I saw that concert at PNC Arena.
Boston?
No, in New Jersey, down the shore.
Does that have "Don't Save Her"? She don't want to be saved.
Yeah,
Don't save.
and the
Great song.
whole stage setting was on a rooftop, like the house rooftop, like in the album cover. It was great.
J. Cole, undeniably kind of great talent. Amazing to see how big of a star he's become.
His openers too.
Who do you have? Like,
I remember Boz.
yeah, he's great.
The song where he's like, my buddy just made bail. He doesn't say buddy, but
The whole Dreamville squad.
the Dreamville Squad.
JID?
Yeah.
J-I-D or whatever. See that?
Yeah, and then he has Boz did this one song called Love Souvenir, and it is a cover over someone else's. He samples someone else's entire song, which is an instrumental track, and he sings Love Souvenir. You can't listen to it on Spotify, but it's like a sexy shower song. Throw it on.
Love that. Get in there. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to concerts here and there. The last 2 I think I went to before this one. I mean, I'd see random ones. Like I saw like Ray Sremmurd at the Pro Bowl. I don't know if that even counts. I went to Bad Bunny obviously a couple times, but I realized as I was sitting there at this festival, I've never been to a music festival. It's the first time I've ever been to a music festival. I was like, all right, like it was kind of what I expected it to be. We had, quote, VIP tickets, which is sort of bullshit. Like it's a little bit of a pyramid scheme. Like if you don't have VIP tickets, you're basically not at the festival. You're just like, there's a giant fence between you and the area where like all the stuff is happening.
Really?
So you can like barely even get close to anything. And the Rolling Loud is one of the better covered festivals, sort of like on an ongoing basis. Like they have sort of the long thing that comes out, which is pretty standard. You know what I mean by that? Like where the artist can run out. And they film the shit out of it. Like they get amazing footage of that concert. So I've always seen it and thought it looked cool. But anyway, so we had this quote VIP. I mean, there was thousands of people in this VIP. So I don't know if VIP really applies. But so we're in this area and we get there kind of toward the end because we had a long day of filming. We saw Lil Baby, who brought out Central C as his surprise guest. And then Playboi Carti was going to headline. So I like Playboi Carti a lot. You also know that like during Rolling Loud, special guests will come out and all this shit will happen. So I'm like, is Young Thug gonna come out? Is like he gonna bring out somebody like insane? Like is Kanye gonna come out? Like I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, maybe it'll be something like that. He didn't end up bringing anybody out, but I stayed till the end because I wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
We also were filming shit and we were kind of, this was sort of a test shoot. We were trying out a bunch of new technology. Like we have a drone in the mix that's really sick. I got the new phone, so we're trying filming like log with the phone. which, you know, so we did that at the concert. We got some great shots. Looks amazing. But yeah, dude, it was like I was surrounded by a sea of like 16-year-olds who were pretty rowdy. Zach, the guy who comes and shoots everything with me, he said that he thought that the kids were super respectful and he was impressed by it. I did not feel that way. There was a lot of like sweaty kids like exiting the mosh pit, like barreling towards us, and it was like, you better get out of the way or you're getting run over by a 16-year-old right now. I was like, oh, okay, sorry, go ahead. Danny Palmer. Okay, dude.
Yeah.
But dude, I don't know, it was crazy. And like Playboi Carti, man, like really unique artist. Like he has all these big songs that he's dropped in the past year or so, but they've only been on Instagram. And then he takes them down and like someone will rip it and put it on YouTube. So like all of his big songs right now are just like on YouTube on random accounts. He has this album that's supposed to be coming that like we don't know if it's ever coming. He had that like vampire album came out a while ago that was really good, but like when it first came out, everybody's like, what the fuck is this? He's kind of like a trendsetter. He's one of these guys where like he's really somehow managed to create this insane image in an era where you kind of get rewarded for volume. He's sort of like scarce, and he's in the top 10 grossing like live acts.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, does he have enough money to afford to just delete songs and not distribute properly?
If he's selling tickets like that, yeah.
Is he the one with the diamonds in his forehead, or is
That's
that
Lil Uzi Vert.
That's Uzi?
But he does have piercings on his face, and it was this whole, and he's just like makes wacky sounds. He kind of is known for his voice having a kind of a big range. He kind of like the high. It's almost like silly, but there's just such a vibe behind it all. And like, dude, the stage was crazy. It was like on fire. He's dancing around on the top. You also didn't know which one was him. Like, there's a bunch of guys running around, and you're like, "Where's Playboi Carti?" It was almost like the Joker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That is cool.
But let me show you.
He hopped on Earthquake, Tyler the Creator's, and Tyler came out and said that he had no idea what he was saying when he was recording it. He's like, but it sounds cool. He's like, I have no idea what the fuck he said on this song when he was being interviewed about it.
That's funny. I'm trying to think what else he was also on that song, that Kanye song from the Vultures, the one that's like, oh, have you heard that one?
Mm-hmm.
He played that. That was sick. But dude, like, look at this stage. It's like on fire.
Is this a 16 Pro?
Yeah.
Is this footage from your iPhone?
Yeah. But you have to shoot it using like an app. You can't just like use your iPhone.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Okay, so did you go to a lot of concerts when you were younger?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So you went when you were younger, before people are bringing their phones out and recording the whole thing.
Yes.
I don't go to a lot of concerts. You went there in that video, tons of phones.
Mm-hmm.
How distracting was that?
Not. It was actually cool to see how many phones are up. And literally, bro, DJ Drama was there. You know DJ Drama. He's like on that Tyler album where he's like, yo, we the best. He's like, we the ones out here. We've been doing this whole time.
No.
Yo, you got to know what you told. Like, anyway, that's DJ Drama. I don't know why all these guys like are obsessed with him and think he's so funny. I guess he's kind of funny. I kind of find him annoying. But at one point, DJ Drama was like, everybody get your phones out. Like, the act was literally encouraging us to take the phones out, which is funny. But I want to show you this one shot we got of him where we got such a good close-up of Playboi Carti.
Did you feel claustrophobic at all?
Yes, I did.
I mean, let me just acknowledge, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
But my questions are all like critiques.
No, it's okay. Like, you can feel however you want about it. I definitely, like, I was like, this was not worth it. Parking was so hard. They ended up being like, you should park at Walmart. Like, no one checks. And now I'm all worried that my car's going to get towed. Like, there was very stressful elements to it. But it ended up being a great time. I am going to find this to show you because it is worth it, I promise. But yeah, dude.
Yeah, smaller people like Victoria can't go to events like that.
Yeah, she has to get on the shoulders, right?
Yeah, and it's too scary for her. Her biggest fear isn't a plane crash; it's getting trampled in line.
Completely fair concern.
Because when we were in college, before I met her, she was online for Toads in New Haven.
Oh yeah,
which
dude,
is
I used
like
to go there all the time.
It's so popping. And the line got very pushy, and she got trampled, and someone had pulled her out. Before.
What show was it?
It was, we didn't go. So when we went to Toads, it was our Saturday night going out bar.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't go for concerts often. Yachty went in 2016,
cool.
and I didn't buy tickets because at the time, $32 was too much. But we would just go for our Saturday nights out. But someone had to pull her out as she was like falling into the sea of people because no one cares.
Scary, dude. That's scary. Check this one out, dude. It is true. I saw Yachty around then too, like red beaded Yachty.
Oh, I wish.
It's a sick shot, right?
This is cinematic.
I know. It looks amazing.
Are these white bald guys his security
No, they're
slash
just
dancers?
like random like dancing guy. At first, you thought they were wearing masks, like they all look exactly the same, and he was just on the top of the metal structure, just going wah wah. Like, just hilarious, dude.
Dude, it's epic.
Super sick.
I love artists that just do their own thing. Oh, that person ran out of storage
On their phone.
right around here.
Oh, hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Good to see it.
We went to in 2016. Fetty Wap came to Quinnipiac,
Oh, nice.
and Vic and I were first dating, and so I wanted to impress her by getting her front row standing room seats, I wanted to impress her by taking her to the
Quinnipiac?
front row at Quinnipiac. It was like our spring concert, and Fetty Wap came, and I didn't know before I told her we're gonna go front row that it's first come first serve. So we got there at like 4 p.m. for a 9 o'clock concert, and so we're just standing there, and then the concert's at 9, and I had to pee so badly. And I literally like peed a little bit in my pants because I couldn't help myself. Fetty Wap came on. He was drunk. He was fucked up, of course. And he was shooting dollar guns out with real cash.
That's sick.
And I had a buddy that like got like $1,200 because he's a giraffe.
Hilarious.
He got
That's
access
crazy.
to-
Just
seriously.
caught a bunch of money. That's crazy.
He's just shot out thousands of dollars into the crowd.
God bless him.
But yeah, I don't like the jumpiness, and I'm a little too anal about things.
Yeah, getting there and getting out of there makes it really difficult to enjoy actually being there. But I've definitely had some fun at concerts. And when I was younger, yeah, like, dude, I saw Kanye at Toad's Place.
Really?
2000. It must have been 2005.
Oh my god!
No, dude, it was 2004.
Early 2000s.
Guess who
Kanye.
opened for him? John Legend. Crazy, right?
That guy named John Legend.
At Toad's Place, which is like a small venue, guys. Like very, very cool. But I saw a bunch of good people there. I don't think I know it.
I think anyone that's been anyone
At some point,
has performed there. The
like on the
downstairs hallway to the bathroom has all the names of everyone that's performed.
legendary spot.
It's a cool little spot.
For sure.
I loved it there. I tell you, I was able to get VIP free access my freshman year. Because it wasn't Barstool, it was a company like Barstool, Total Frat Move, or some college running company. It might have been Barstool, but like
No, I remember Total Frat Move. Shout out to Jared Freed.
It might have been Barstool. I forget. They used to do these competitions to like Barstool would have like these concerts around the Northeast, and one of them was a glow show at Toads. And they're promoting it, and they're like, yo, the first person to send us a video of you doing Snow Angels gets VIP tickets to Toad's Place for a whole year. Cool. And I was with my roommate, and we ran outside in our boxers, and we did Snow Angels. They totally wanted chicks to do it, but we literally sent it first, and I respect that they honored it.
Wow.
And we got VIP front row. We get out of the Uber, long lines all across multiple streets in New Haven, Connecticut. Seniors that are just disgruntled and angry because they didn't get invited to an open bar. And me and my roommate Jesse would just walk in and like high five a bouncer.
Wow.
And we would just
for
wave.
a whole year.
For a whole year. We'd wave. Right. We didn't have fake IDs. We just got to go in.
That's amazing.
And it was pretty fun.
Wow, that's crazy that the VIP also made you not have to show your ID.
Yeah. Well, we weren't. But
New Haven's 18 plus too, right?
Yeah, we got stamped.
That's so crazy that in New Haven you can go to bars and be 18.
Yeah.
Is it like that in other places? It might be, but I've never
Some
seen
of them.
it. Yeah.
Some of them.
No, like other places in America.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's random.
I don't know. But it makes for fun if you're into young people. So
yeah, totally.
If you're any creepy people listening to the podcast, go to Toad's Place.
You just drink before. Can you get older people to buy you drinks? Will they like check?
You can. I mean, at that age, you're so paranoid and like so secretive. You think everyone's watching you, but no one really cares. I got this big flask that had a shot cup that you could compress into the side of it. And so I would order a Sprite, go into the bathroom and just.
They wouldn't pat you down?
No.
Oh, nice.
And just
So
I would just chug vodka in the bathroom stall.
So people drinking in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So doing drugs is hilarious.
And people going downstairs and wiping off the X's that they put on.
Oh, funny.
It was fun stuff. Toads was great, but I did not get to experience a great performing there. That's pretty sick to see Kanye in 05.
Yeah.
And 05 Kanye being his greatest form.
Oh, yeah. All Falls Down had sort of just come out. It was like backpack Kanye. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty sick.
Anyway, Lynch, on this show, we've been talking a lot about New Year's resolutions. And one fun fact is that only 8% of people actually stick with their New Year's resolutions.
That's a low number.
It's a low number. So I think that it would make sense to apply a New Year's resolution that is easy to stick to and that makes sense. And that's why we recommend trying out Acorns.
Today's episode of Oops the Podcast is sponsored by Acorns. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing so your money has a chance to grow for you, your kids, and your retirement. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that fits you and your money goals. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you invest with the spare money you've got right now. You can start with $5 or even just your spare change.
Yeah, it's really cool. You kind of don't even notice that it's happening. At least I don't. Kind of just rolls over the leftover money on transactions, rounds it up to the dollar, invests it for you. And over time, that acorn grows into a tree, baby.
Little boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Head to acorns.com/oops or download the Acorns app today to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Very important disclosures to acorns.com/oops.
I have an ongoing list here, obviously, of other people that I saw at Toads. Let's see if any of these ring a bell for you. I saw Cannabis. Do you remember Cannabis? Probably not.
No.
I saw The Roots. I could have sworn I saw them at Wesleyan. I probably saw them at, that's crazy that The Roots were doing Toads. Sick. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
No.
All right, you know, here's a song. Bum, 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 bum. You know that song? Tell me what you gonna do when I ain't nowhere to run. When there's some everybody gonna make my mind. He misses Uncle Charlie, but a group of guys got him. Man, I gotta miss everybody.
A little bit. I'm getting, you're doing a good job.
It might be before your time. Yeah, these are all just like obscure rappers who you definitely would never heard of. But anyway, Kanye, sick.
Yeah. So while I was going to look up those artists, I can see that my Spotify is playing at my apartment. So Victoria is listening to Christmas music, and it won't go away because she's using the app, and it's our account. And so I think I'm going to take over it right now and play Woman Screaming in Horror on full blast, on full blast. I can control the volume.
Do it.
It's on kitchen speaker right now.
Are you doing it?
Right here. Boom. Boom. As it is, I hope she's not on a call. Just going to wait for it to change. It's going to change soon. 5 seconds in. Bloody murder, woman scream. It says woman screams in horror. 10 seconds in. Kitchen speaker. It's still playing.
Oh my God.
Hopefully she's not in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
Just wait one more sec. Let's just see if we can get through this whole song. We're halfway through. It's got 12 more seconds.
Oh my God. This is so funny.
Oh, it's back.
It's back. What do you mean?
She put a Christmas song back on.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna get a text. That's great. How to do it.
What is it? Can you show me what it sounds like?
Yeah, we can do it.
We only play it for a second or two.
I think we can play it because who's gonna sue us for this? I just had to. Because she didn't want to watch Beautiful Boy. This is what was playing. Is that it? Oh, I would have hated that.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
So it's just the kind of fun relationship we got.
Dude, I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Shout out to Victoria. That's what you get. Oops, the podcast. Happy New Year.
Finish your movies.
Finish your movies. Have a good time. This is the month where people try to get their shit together. Let us know if that's the thing you're doing. We should talk about that as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, check us out. I have a bunch of dates coming up. On my calendar as of today, have my Chicago shows. They're up March 14th, 2 shows. Come check those out. Those will probably sell out. I also have Portsmouth, New Hampshire on March 20th. That link is currently up as well. I have Charlotte this summer, the 5th, or I forget the days, 17th to the 19th maybe of July, but it's on my website. And then Alaska, 31st of January and February 1st. Those are going to be great shows as well, 4 shows. oopspodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Not Julio, youtube.com/NotJulio. And Instagram, TikTok, all that shit. Get on there. Lynch, what about you?
Fabulous. Check me out at Ryan is Really Polite. Got a couple shows in January, dates to come. So check out my Instagram at Ryan is Really Polite. Check me out on TikTok before it gets banned. And YouTube, Twitter, all the same places. Hope to see you there. And comment below a movie that you had to bail on because you couldn't handle it because you're a coward.